Hello again. Today's the 9th of June, and I've just been loading up the photos and videos taken at the Rothley wartime event set at the Grand Central Station in Rothley. There were several, I think there were a few sort of reenactors there from different groups, and we managed to hook up with the Panzer Grenadiers Living History Group, and actually met quite a few other people who were arriving by train and just getting off at Rothley and seeing the dioramas and etc. And then they would journey on to other stations. So it was a general weekend wartime event for still on tomorrow, for not just Rothley but some other stations, I think, including Loughborough and Quorn. So it was a good event. There was a lot happening, and and the main aim was myself and G to go there and work out the shot planning specifically for the half-track scene. I'd seen it a lot, obviously, and I've posted some bit of video and some photos on the Facebook page, but G is making sure he's operating the camera as well as DP, and so it was a good visit, so he could see exactly what the dimensions were of inside the half track, because he'd be filming in that, and what it's like outside, and what their sort of the key angles will be that we're really after. Ryan obviously has storyboarded all of that scene, those two scenes actually, and so it was very useful, and had a great chat with a couple of the drivers, and with Dave and Morris, and we learnt a lot about various sort of bits and pieces. For example, I think in some of the photos you may see some of the gear hanging over the side of the sort of rucksack, the backsacks and backpack things, and bread bags, and some various bits of gear, the water jerry cans sort of hanging over the side, which we hadn't really seen before. So, but it obviously looked good, and it was very practical, and because inside the half track it was just filled with ammo, so and themselves, so not much room. So obviously you did hang it outside. It's a small point, but I think it will just add to the scene, add to the shot, and we'll do that for the shoot. And thanks to Dave and various, not just the PG guys, but GDF clearings as well. We can get enough kit to do that. Like I said, it's a little detail, but it's quick and easy to do. So let's do it. We really G and myself really went around that vehicle, and sort of every inch almost, and to really work out how to best shoot this, especially exterior really. And we had quite a few ideas about that, and certainly a lot of ideas and shot in the shot list, pretty cemented really. And there was a little change, a medium change, should we say, not quite little, but that came out from this visit, from going to half track, and the script's actually been altered. I've altered the sort of first scene where it appears. Can't say much about it because it is it's not necessarily a plot change as such, but it's a good environment change, and a sort of establishing of the plot sort of change. So rather than the core storyline. So that was really good, and we talked a lot through G and myself through how that shot would work, and I think we really nailed it. So really even more looking forward, as well as the actors of course, to shooting with the half track. Anyway, We met various other people, reenactors as well, some more PG guys and some others, and had various chats, took a lot of photos of various Germans in with the various bits of uniform, and as part of our sort of research folder, you might say. And there were some demonstrations of weapons. Again, the GD guys anyway are helping us, with that sort of thing. But it was good to see it as a demonstration. At the car park at the Rothy station. So all in all, good day. Lot of work really. I mean, it's Saturday, and so tomorrow I'm going to look at. I think the Riverside Festival's on tomorrow, so I might pop down for that if I've got time. But what I'd really like to do is fully complete that shot list for that element of the film. There was also some good examples of civilian clothes. There were some 1940s civilians wandering around, kids as well as adults, and so useful reference also for the film. So again, very useful. And there were various dioramas as well, just staged in a sort of radio post thing. I think there was an Enigma machine, and that was sort of set up and things like that. Again, all useful to see, and sort of sparks the thought process. You've got to be careful though to include too much, to try and almost shoehorn all these other things that could go in the film, but really, those sort of things. I wouldn't want to, like I said, just shoehorn them in for the sake of having some bit of detail like that, where it's not really either really adding to the plot or the story, or enhancing the environment, or the scene, the sort of establishment of the story. So, so lots of things we won't use, but I do have another script. And that's sort of 50% written, and I'm not working on that at all at the moment. The outline is complete, summary and ending, etc. is complete, but there's some chunks missing, and but that would involve some of these other bits of kit. More on that on another time. So there was you would have seen on the Facebook group, there was a shoot for some close-up work with Martin. That was last week sometime. I really cannot remember. There's so much happened, and I've just picked up from G the rushes from that, the stuff that he took, and he took some black and white shots as well, and looks really good. Very pleased with that, and we've also between us really finalised the order of shoot in terms of the sort of main scenes, and in terms of what the sort of the first 4 scenes, first 5 scenes actually, that we want to shoot ASAP really, and get cracking with. So we know what we're going to start with, and then we know what's going to come. About 4 or 5 scenes after in a particular order that suits the. I have to be careful because I don't want to give any spoilers or give anything away. But when you're in a location, and later on down the line, it could be near the end, it could be 3/4 of the way through, that you're going to use that same location. Then while everyone's there, you obviously use it again, take full advantage, and therefore you rarely shoot films in full chronological order. And in fact, we're starting shooting with about just over a third of the way into the film. It's not quite half, and then we jump back to almost the last third of the film. So we know now fully what we want to shoot. and we're putting together these sort of dates, and it's looking pretty good actually. Quite pleased with that. In terms of any other sort of kit, haven't. There's been no new kit recently. Just been talking to some people about some modifications to the weapons. Again, more on that another time. And I don't think, we're trying to hold off, for budget reasons. Really, I don't want to, look at getting any more bits of kit. Really, it's otherwise you soon have costs escalate. We can equip the 4 main players with weapons and the general uniform, minus a few bits of the kit. So, and thanks to Martin and others, we can borrow the pieces that are missing, and indeed there'll be a bit of sharing as well. So as shooting and scenes permit, and that'll help reduce costs as well. So I've got I've got my I've got a driver for the half track, and I've got effectively the backup driver as well. Not to put him down or anything, they're both drivers. One's just got a lot more experience than the other, so that's great. So we can jump on that. The half track's ready and waiting, and there is the Kelmarsh show in Northamptonshire in July. I think it's the weekend of the 15th or something. It's very, very good. It's well worth going to. I think it's a multi-era sort of wartime thing. A bit like Military Odyssey, I think. Not sure it's as big as Military Odyssey. But the main thing is really the Victory show. I really want to try and concentrate on the fort now. I've done a lot of research and trying to put all these things together, and now really it's time to get the main principal filming going. I know we did that bit with Martin, some extreme close-up was totally valid and will be used in the film, and was official filming. I'm just talking about outside with the crew and sort of full on. So we'll get on with that, and in June, and obviously that'd be great, and I think that's more or less it. Definitely looking forward to the Victory show on the 7th and 8th, I think, of September. Highly recommend it. It'll be in Cosby, and so it's very close to me anyway, and that will be a sort of, I don't know, the people at Rothley Station, reenactors and vehicles times probably 20 or 30. It's a substantial show, so that'll be my next. I think that'll be my next sort of, let's say, big sort of extended research, and we're using that for other purposes. Again, more on that another time. So there's lots of things going off in all directions, which I shall discuss later, and I'm hoping that the plan is that after this video we will I'll do these videos with you'll be glad to know with other people. So it'll be we'll either do one in the studio, because we're doing some studio work, and we'll have some other people involved, so you can, and then gradually you'll be able to see more of the rest of the crew and the actors, and we'll do a little video that includes people, and we'll go from there. Maybe post questions. People can post questions on Facebook, and they can be answered, or emailed direct to Fort Movie. But what I'll do is I'll post a sort of thing on the Facebook group, so to ask about that, to clarify how that'll work. But it'd be great to really show as much as possible about this whole production process now that we're really getting incredibly close to the principal photography. You know, to open that up to everyone, so you can see it without, you know, with spoilers, and you know, just without giving too much away about you know, what's being done, and to that end as well. You know, in that vein, when we start shooting, and there will be photos from the set, and photos from the rehearsals, and various other sort of photos, maybe a bit of kit and stuff, but you may find them a bit censored, and because they may include items from the story. So you may find, if you see a black box, or you know, just sort of over something, or etc., etc., then that's the reason it's been redacted, I think is the word, so that it doesn't spoil the story, you know, or ruin the sort of final effect, you know, at the end of the day of watching the movie. So you may start to see that actually in the near future. If you subscribe to, if you follow our Twitter feed at Fort Movie. I was called Director Doug, but I changed that. Just keep it simple. It's at Fort Movie, and if you use the hashtag Fort Movie, that's great as well. And tweeted will be photos as well, direct from the set, and other bits of information. So it'll be primarily you know, Twitter and Facebook and these YouTube videos. So, and like I said, please pass the word on. Tell everyone, so we can have lots of followers, and you know, it should be, I hope so, it should be a fun ride to join us on, and yeah, it'd be great to have you. Thanks again.